Hello and welcome back to the Lino Life channel. I'm Mohamed Fisher, also known as Mo. Week number 3. Hey, weeks fly, eh? I honestly look forward to Fridays, but if I think back, the week goes so fast. Life is actually going by so fast. Wow. For those of you who are live, kindly let me know if the audio is okay and also if the camera is in focus. I've been struggling a bit with the focus. I don't know what's happening, but yeah. Whoo! Welcome everybody. This week is episode number 3 of a 4-part series where I'm doing live streams solo. And yeah, this week I'll be showing you guys how to go faster downhill. So Excalibur Gaming just joined. Alex, audio is okay, but the video quality seems a bit off. Let me see if I can just try and fix that. I'm not too sure if I can. Apologies guys, I think that's the best I can do. Maybe if I just come a bit closer, it's gonna work. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Yeah, audio is okay. Simply because I got myself a little lapel mic. I'm taking the live streams a bit more serious, YouTube content a bit more serious, and started investing in some equipment. So yeah, Landon joined. Yo, hi man, the Mo show, the best show. The quality is good. Thank you so much for the feedback, guys. As you guys can see on the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go faster downhill. So for those of you who know, for most of my skating life career, for most of my life that I've been skating downhill. And yeah, recently I've been touching a bit on FSK, which is freestyle skating, and also which is urban of course, and also a bit on aggressive skating. So I became more of a diverse skater after about a very long time of skating. And yeah, I was always one to say like downhill inline skating is the only type of skating for me, but I soon realized that there are other genres of skating that is actually just as fun. So yeah, everything seems fine to me. Perfect. Faster downhill. I'm scared to even go downhill down a wheelchair ramp. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Kev Low. Hey, Dante. Thank you guys for joining. Ruben, Kamek, Daniel, and Alvo. Where is Alvo, Ruben? I don't know where that is. You can leave us a live comment and we'll get back to that comment. So before we discuss anything further in the comments, thank you all for joining once again. For those of you who are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be you'll be one of the first to get notified on when we go live or when we do release other content. Not just me, but Ricardo, who is the main guy of this channel, as you all know. So yeah, as you guys can see on the title, how to go faster downhill. So basically for those of you who do downhill, you guys might be familiar with one stance of basically, we call it a tack. It's basically dropping down into position whereby you are going to become a bit more aerodynamic. And of course, the more aerodynamic you are, the faster you'll go. Simple. So for those of you who do downhill or maybe know a bit about downhill, this is the usual stance, the normal stance of when you pedal and just like drop into your stance when tucking to try and be more aero of course, and have less wind resistance, so you can of course cut through the wind, and that will enable you to go faster. So this is the normal stance that most of you are of course aware of. So that is basically a front view of like if you are coming down a hill and there's a camera pointing directly at you, this is what you would look like from the front. So this is what you'd look like from the side. So the two of these images, all these images were actually designed by a very close friend of mine, Landon Nagel. Thank you so much for helping me with this. I basically tried to just give you guys more of a visual of what I'm speaking of, because it might be a bit not difficult to understand, but when there's pictures you understand better. So basically this is the front view of this tuck, and this is of course the side view of the tuck. So like I said, I've been skating downhill for most of my skating life, and this is the tuck that I was of course used to, this one over here. And we started skating a bit more with downhill skateboarders, and for those of you who know, a downhill skateboarder tuck's way different, simply because they are on a board and it's like their legs are basically, this is the skateboard, they are basically, the one leg is behind the other, leaning down low. So while skating with skateboarders, if you actually want to catch a draft, which is basically if you coming behind someone going downhill, you'd want to catch less wind, of course, you'd want to stay behind him, it's catching a slipstream draft. Yeah, so just imagine if a skateboarder is front of you looking something like that, like a T, and you as an inliners like open legs like that, of course, even though you are behind him, you're still going to catch a lot of wind, which really defeat the purpose of being aerodynamic, right? So as time went by, we started analyzing and trying to make our tuck, the inline tuck, more sufficient, of course, more aerodynamic. So what we came up with was something like this. I'm pretty sure some of you have seen in the videos that I went downhill with Ricardo that I use a very, very different tuck to a lot of people skating downhill and professional downhill skaters around the world. But I'm pretty sure if those professional downhill skaters that are the leg that you are leaning on, which is my left leg that I lean on, and that leg over there is of course your back leg. Depending on which side you are more comfortable with, you're of course going to lean down on whichever leg that is. From the side, it would look something like this. So in all honesty, comparing the two tucks, I personally think that this tuck is way, way less effective than this one. So we all know how aerodynamics work, of course. So going downhill, you would want to be as streamlined as possible, I think that's the word. Yeah, you want to be more aerodynamic than, of course, to your opponent, whoever's going with you down a hill. So while looking at this, I'm pretty sure it's instantly clear to all of you watching that this tuck over here is way more aerodynamic than that one over here, because this part of your body being folded up, your arms, your thighs over there, and your arms like sticking to the front, this whole part of your body is catching wind, and it's something like a parachute. And why would you want to be a parachute when going downhill? You'd want to be something like this, which like clearly shows that this is a way, way, way more aerodynamic tuck. And I'm of course just going to show you the side view of this tuck. Sorry guys. So this is the side view of this tuck, and as you guys can see that, whoa, what are you doing, Mo? You got this your back leg, you got only one wheel touching. Whoa, don't you want all 10 wheels touching to go faster? Not exactly, eh? Not exactly. So basically, like I explained, this tuck over here is way more aerodynamic. As you can see that the front, it looks like a T compared to this fold up body position of the other tuck. And of course, with this one, you're gonna have airflow going. Of course, you're breaking the wind with this part, which is your helmet, of course. Wind is gonna flow right over your back, down your leg, and of course shoot off your leg like that. So basically you are not going to say like close to a teardrop or anything like that, but it's way more aerodynamic than the other tuck that I just showed you. So isn't this way more dangerous than the other tuck? Yeah, of course, of course. Trying to perfect this tack, it's gonna take some time, and but I'm telling you guys, when you get this tack right, you're gonna be going way, way faster downhill. Before I continue with this, I'm just gonna pop up into the live chats. For those of you who joined, thank you so much for joining. If you are new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and you'll be one of the first to know when our contents get released. Yeah, Mr. Kevlo, hey buddy. Andreas, hey Mo. Who is the obscure Ricardo? Who is this obscure Ricardo? Excalibur, you crack me up every Friday. Title. Ooh, title is misspelled. Thank you so much, Jesus. I will look into that when I'm done and then try and fix that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I didn't even see that, eh? You should put these drawings on a t-shirt for the shop. Do you think people would buy it? I don't know, eh? I think it's really cool. It has been designed by Landon Otago. He is in the comments over there. Thank you so much once again. Yeah. But the first picture might disturb people. The first picture, which first picture? This one? What's so disturbing about it? Yeah, anyway, I'd go with the diagonal stance anytime. Parallel would make the lean back and butt break. Yeah, that's entirely up to you which stance you would be comfortable with, but I'm telling you that the stance that we are using, well, not we, that I'm using and a few other guys, well, if the stance is done properly, I can tell you I'd beat you any day. Like, I'm not trying to blow my own horn or praise my own tail or anything like that, but it doesn't matter what your setup is. If you're going to be tucking like this, you stand no chance. No disrespect towards the tuck. There are a lot of guys out there using that tuck, hitting world record speeds. Unfortunately, I can't do that, as I'm not in a country where there is a road that goes that fast. I'm not too sure. If there is, I'll try my best and hit that road and try and break a world speed record. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure with this tuck over here, it's going to be way easier to even break that speed record, eh? So yeah, so basically, learning how to do this tuck is, it's a bit tricky, because you're going to be leaning onto whichever leg that you are comfortable with leaning on. Mine is, of course, the left leg, which is this one over here. So basically, your leg that you are leaning on, you would want your leg to be directly in the center of your chest. So you're going to end up like a T like this. So basically, that's my helmet, that's my front leg, which is my left leg, and of course my chest is leaning in the center directly on that leg. And of course your back leg, let's call it a back leg, your trailing leg is of course going to be pushed out like that onto your front wheel, doing a little toe roll. But of course, when doing this, you guys will actually see that when you do this, putting down your back leg like that, it's not really stable. It's going to wobble like that, and it's going to try and throw you out of control. But if you apply a bit of pressure onto your toe, you will soon learn that with applying a bit of pressure, you can actually control that back leg. You're not going to perfect it on the first go or second or third. It does take a lot of practice, because just remember, you're going to be hitting high speeds, and having something like that which acts nervous when you don't have it in control, it can cause you to fall and of course get hurt. So yeah, if you guys would like to try this tuck out, please bear in mind, guys, safety is #1 priority. We skate for the future, not for the now, and protection is vital, guys. It's very important. So of course, in this video, I'm also going to do a run through some downhill protection that I brought with to the shop today, but main focus is trying to go faster downhill. And I can tell you guys, this tuck over here, using this tuck it's gonna give you some immense speed increase. So yeah, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you can actually go through my pictures. You will see some of the pictures, of course, showing where I'm using this tack. And of course, I'm not too fond of this tack over here because I feel it's a tad bit slower than the other. And yeah, for those of you who isn't following me on Instagram, you can follow me at the real Mo Fisher. There's two accounts, as a backup account and my main account. Kindly follow me on my main account, it would be much appreciated. Yeah, so once again, thank you all for joining. This is week number 3. Last week was quite amazing. The feedback was really awesome. I would like to thank each and every one of you who joined again this week. You guys really helped me through that live stream. It was really good. Yeah. What about downhill skating off-road? Excalibur Gaming is asking me what about downhill skating off-road. Downhill skating off-road, there's some people that do it with off-road setups and things like that, but it's not really races. It's just crazy mad fun for adrenaline and stuff, eh? So yeah, saw a video lately, looks so fun. Is there a difference in how you should respond when you fall when going downhill versus normal skating? Is there something you shouldn't do? I'm gonna get back to that comment in a minute or so, because like I said, I brought some protection gear, helmets, some gloves and things like that to actually show you. And when I do show you that, I'm gonna try and do a little demonstration on what to do when you do fall going downhill, compared to falling when you do aggressive skating or just normal urban skating. Let's invade the shop and hug him to death. He's so cool. Thank you so much, Excalibur. You are amazing. Nitro Shot, have you ever went downhill on tri skates on 100mm wheels, and how did you find it? Because I find it hard to keep my legs stable after five or more. So yeah, I actually do quite a bit of downhill skating on 3-wheel setups, especially the 100mm Kangaroo Edition undercover biggie line wheels, which are the red ones. They are actually my favorite wheels. Yes, I can tell you that I get up to a high speed on the 3s. It is very nervous, but luckily I know the basic fundamentals of skating, so I actually control it very nicely. It's not that I just do a straight run on the 3s. There's some not real technical courses that we do, but kind of technical. And the 3s actually, they are quite fun because it's easier to slide. To get onto your edges of your wheels, it's very easier. So bearing that in mind, trying to take a turn, you can just pop a slide before you do so, breaking your speed, and that will help you get down the hill faster or more sufficient and safer, I think. Yeah. So Excalibur saying on try sound like suicidal tendencies to me, wobble. Yeah, you do. Like I said, the 3s aren't that stable simply because you are like way higher, and also you got a very short frame compared to the 5x84s or 5x90mm frames, which is way longer and way shorter. It's of course way more stable, but I love not extreme downhill skating on 3s, but I bomb hills on 3s, and it's fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, so I'm gonna just do a few minutes of trying to stay safe on downhill. For those of you who just joined, we are actually comparing 2 tacks, or not really comparing 2 tacks, but trying to show you guys how you can actually go faster downhill. So it's basically, this is the normal tack that you all know compared to this over here. So logically, the one on the left is what I do, the one on the right is what a lot of other people do. I just prefer this one. Simply, if you're looking at it from the front, this one is way more aerodynamic than this one. And if you're looking at the side shots of these ducks, that is the one where both legs are touching. It's the normal stance, and this one is the, let me call it the more advanced stance, because nobody can tell me it's not advanced. Yeah, I just like this one more because you also have a longer wheelbase. The space between this foot and that one over there, it's long, it's a bigger space, where this one is like directly next to each other, and I feel a longer wheelbase is a bit faster on top ends, but of course you're gonna lack in corners. So when you're doing this stance, going downhill, don't try and think you're gonna be taking corners going 80 kilometers per hour trying to do the downhill in the stance, because it's quite dangerous. I don't think anyone can tuck around a corner depending on what kind of corner it is in the stance. So of course you're gonna, when entering a corner, you're going to drop this one back into this stance over here, take the corner. As you exit, you get back into that stance, which gives you a greater speed on the straight, I think. Yeah, so nice guide drawings. Yeah, thank you, Christian. It was actually designed by a friend of mine, Landon. We sat down last night. I told him this is what I would like to share with you guys in today's live stream, and he actually offered to help me with these little illustrations so I can actually have a better visual to explain, so you guys can actually understand. Yeah, I have the Mega Cruiser 125 and go downhill, and the difference is the center of mass. Yeah, most definitely. So in curves you have to be more careful, of course. Even if it is more aerodynamic, the second stance is for straights and small curves. Yeah, most definitely. Like I just explained like a few seconds ago, that I don't think you'll be able to take a crazy mad turn in that stance, simply because you have one leg down and the other one being not dragged, but it's following. So yeah, of course you're going to be getting into your normal stance when taking a turn, and as you exit you're going to push that one back. Yeah, you can actually do me a favor, if you don't mind, you can actually go back into the video list on this channel. There is a video of myself, Ricardo, Lino, and Landon Crazy Jap Noordnagel, where we actually tried to push Ricardo to do triple digits. We're just trying to go super fast, and you can actually see the difference between the two tacks. Yeah, it's just crazy. Guys, mark my words, I've been using that tack for a very long time, which is the normal old school tack, this one. And when I started using this one, I just went so much faster. So much faster. So yeah, if you would like to gain some speed going downhill, give it a try. But of course, don't be throwing yourself downhill going 80 kilometers per hour, or anything like 40 or 50 miles per hour, which is also still very fast. Don't try and do it on a hill like that. When learning out, trying to do this tack, try and do it on a straight, just to feel what it's like dragging that back leg on its one wheel, on the wheel that's on your toe, to get a vague idea of what it would feel like. Yeah, I'm looking like I'm doing the robot here. Yeah, so great info. Thanks. Gotta leave now. My son asked me to teach how to shift it. Oh, hey man, have a good skate session with your son, Excalibur. Thank you for joining. Yeah, for 3-digit speeds, bearing tolerance is also important. Most definitely, bearing tolerance is important. Bearing tolerance, if you're speaking bearings and things like that, I get real techy and geeky when it comes to something like that, because I know that when you want to go fast, everything needs to be precise, precision. You want everything to be precise. So let me just grab one of these over here. So basically this is what I use for downhill skating. Apologies, I don't have it on a boot or anything. I normally use this on a power slide imperial. As you guys know, I own 2 pairs of power slide imperials. That is at the moment my favorite skate. Yeah, there is crazier, way nicer, way better other skates out there, but unfortunately I can't afford them. And the type of skating that I do, I wouldn't want to bomb hills in bomb is in the Hardcore Evo Pro. I wouldn't want to use a swell or anything of the sort, simply because that is soft constructed boots. Some of them are hybrids. So I want a hard shell boot, the Imperial, the Next, the Metropolis, boots like that. Those are actually hard shell constructed boots, simply because if you're going to be going downhill, you're going to pick up immense speed. Also, if you're going to be falling, just think, let me just show you. I like showing and telling. So basically, this is a hard shell boot example. This is the hard shell boot. And imagine this is a soft shell boot. If you're going to be going a crazy speed and you're going to be falling onto your knees, scraping this onto tar versus scraping this onto tar, you don't even need to do the math. It's simple. It's logic. You would want something hardly constructed where it's just going to scratch. I'm just going to try and give you a close-up if you can see. It's just going to scratch, where this one is actually going to break apart, rip apart, and be shredded into pieces. So with that said, this is the type of protection that I use for downhill. It's something with a hard shell versus something with a soft shell, which is something that I would use for aggressive skating, and also, or not really aggressive skating, but just being protected doing urban skating. Yeah, so bear in mind, guys, when doing downhill, anything that has a material or a skin cover is not really going to last if you're going to fall. So hard shell for the win. Once again, the exact same thing with your wrist guards or your gloves, anything protecting your hands. Something something like this is it's the wrist guards, and as you can see, it actually has a leather outer, which would break and really look not nice when you fall on this at a high speed. Whereas if you use something like this, which is a puck, something that sticks in the center of your hand on a skate glove, allows you to actually slide when falling and not getting gripped up and like rolling. So when you do fall, getting back to the comment that I read earlier, things that you would want to do when falling downhill is try, and if you do fall forward, you want to try and get onto your pucks, which is your hands, the palm of your hands, also the knees. So you're going to be sitting like in a, I don't know what that position is called, but you're going to be kneeling down basically on your knees and on your pucks, and you're going to be trying to slide and control your fall going forward. Try not to fall onto your backside, because there's not really much protection for your back, which is like very sore if you hurt that. So yeah, EJ Olgen says wrist guards are for babies, use gloves. I say protection is #1 priority. Skate for the future, not for the now. Yeah. Landon is saying, oh yeah, so much faster than the old Tack. Yeah, man. So Landon is one of the guys that skates skateboard. He has always been one of the fastest in the area, and he was always the guy to beat. Well, he was the guy to beat for me, and he was always super, super fast, still is. And for me to actually try and stay behind him, me being this small, I needed an aerodynamic Tack to fit and catch up with him. And when we discovered and worked on this Tack, it actually worked. So there you go. Landon is just saying that it does work. It's way, way, way faster than the old Tack. Dave's 2HD. I tried dragging one leg behind last week on a slow pace. It didn't go well. I need to practice my balance more first. Yeah, most definitely. It's going to take a while. Like I said, try and apply a bit of pressure on your toe, pushing it down like that. Your leg is still going to wobble like that, but try and control it. It's not impossible. Amazing frame. BBJ DBSAJ. If that's your name, my man, it's a beautiful name. Amazing frame. It's not really an amazing frame, because why? It's a very, very old frame. But what I can tell you is that I rock these frames. I skate this frames when I downhill, of course, and I hit tremendous speeds with this, and yeah, I love this frame. Of course, compared to Ricardo's frame that he's using for downhill, which is the Ricardo Motors Comp TR55 dual box. This is the most best 5-wheeled frame on the market at the moment. It's a tad bit expensive, but it's dual box, where as you can see the frame over here has dual walls, so it's way more stiff. I don't know if you can see that, it's not really clear. I'm so sorry about this, I don't know why it's not that clear, but anyway. Yeah, so bearings, of course, your bearings need to be like very clean and not frictionless. You're not going to get a frictionless bearing, but if you can do this with your wheels and it turns, just like touch it and it spins, it's amazing. Yeah, so this is my bad boys. I love them. And also I'm going to show you which helmet not to use for downhill, which is actually the helmet that I've got on in the thumbnail. Yeah, which is this one over here. So this is a half shell helmet. It's basically used for well, not a lot of people use protection when they go aggressive skating. I don't know why, but I do. So this is a very nice helmet for aggressive skating and also urban skating through your, or just your normal recreational skating. But this is not really advised to use when going downhill, simply because you need a full face helmet, something that protects everything, like your whole head and of course your chin as well. Just gonna put this down over here and show you the type of helmet that I use for downhill. So this is the helmet that I use for downhill. It is the Boardyard. I'm not gonna lie or want to say anything wrong. I don't know what kind of Boardyard it is, to be exact, but it has been made by a guy named John Upham down here in Cape Town, South Africa. He makes helmets for paragliding and skydiving and things like that. So he's actually the inventor of one of the most aerodynamic helmets that has ever been made for skydiving. And yeah, so this is my bad boy. I love this thing. It's super aero. It's got a nice big chin, so if I do drop my chest down onto my leg, the space between my chest or chin onto my knee is not that big, simply to avoid drag and to catch wind. So yeah, this is a full face helmet. If you do go downhill, a full face motorbike helmet is a tad bit heavy, but it's going to offer the exact same amount of protection. And as you guys know, I'm crazy over protection. Just protect yourself before you go skating. It doesn't matter what type of skating it is. You'll have a longer skating life, not getting hurt. Yeah, so I'm just going to look into the comments. EJ Olgun is saying, nice helmet, thank you. For serious downhill, I just use a full face bike downhill helmet. Yeah, you can use one of those, but it is very heavy compared to this. This is like, it's a super light helmet, so it's not really going to work on your neck when dropping down like that. Yeah, so a motorbike helmet can be used. It's just that it's a bit heavy and also not as aerodynamic, because those helmets weren't designed to be really aerodynamic, So yeah. It has no windscreen but does the job. Yeah, a helmet with no visor is there's nothing wrong with that, man. You can just simply use a pair of glasses or something. Yeah. What's the price on one of those what? I have no wind, yeah. No control and speed going backwards. What frame UFS is best for wheel 80? UFS? Honestly, I'm not gonna try and answer that comment, Lorenzo Paez. because I don't want to say anything wrong. I'm going to be honest and tell you I don't really know. So if I do find out, I'll leave something in the comments below, so you can always just refer back to the comment section later on today and you'll find your answer down there. Apologies for not having an answer for you right away, but I'll try my best to get your answer by today. The helmet that I have at the moment is, I think, around 3,500 bucks, which is maybe like, I'm not too sure, I think $150, $200. It's to $250 euros, sorry, 250 euros. Yeah, so, but there is way more better helmets out there than this one. I'm not too sure if there's a guy that still makes the helmet. His name is David Lombardi. David Lombardi, for me, in my personal opinion, he actually makes the best helmets in the world, most aerodynamic, and also the vinyl and the art decal is amazing, next level. Yeah, so we're 36 minutes into this video. Yeah, so basically, thank you all for joining. I think I'm just gonna have a quick run through the comments again. For those of you who are new here, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Also, leave a message in the, leave a comment in the comment section, or you can join the live chat while we are live now. Smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and you'll be one of the first to get notified when we release content. Yeah, so Landon's saying here, I had to up my game to keep up with Mo when he perfected the new Tack. So there is a lot of practice that you need when trying the new Tack, but when you get it right, guys, it's a real fun one, and it's extremely fast. Yeah, also okay, so yeah, for those of you who have been asking me about content on my own channel, content will be coming soonish, I think. Yeah, kindly consider subscribing to my channel as well. It would be much appreciated. So the more subscribers, the more I get urged to push out content. There isn't any content on my channel as yet, but there will soon be. Once again, apologies for apologies for the cam being out of focus a bit. I'm just gonna comment over there. You can just search The Real Mo Fisher on YouTube, and yeah, it's the little yellow icon with a little brown face of myself in there. That's me. Like I said, there isn't any content uploaded as yet, but soon there will be. Yeah. QBX Diamond, what can you say about Undercover Lane, McLeod, Second Pro, Postcard, 57mm 90A? Honestly, I haven't used them. I don't really know which wheel that is. But anything that I am uncertain of now in the live chat or while we are live, I'm not going to give you any selective disinformation about anything that you're asking. If I don't know, I'll try and do a bit of research or ask around, and I'll let you guys know in the comment section. So kindly stay tuned to the comment section when the live stream ends. Leave a comment there or ask questions in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. EJ Elgin is saying, I got 3 videos on my inline skating channel, LOL. I've got 3,000 skating videos, just not on my channel, because I prefer to put up amazing content. So yeah, thank you all for joining. I think that would be it for today. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. You're on. Thank you all for joining once again, and yeah, hope to see you all soon. Cheers, guys. Don't forget why we all started skating, because it's fun. Take care. Bye.